Hello everybody, welcome to this week's Tea with E. I hope you're all doing okay and you've had a great week, whatever you've been up to. My week was like pretty mundane on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then Thursday I went to London to the Makeup Revolution birthday party, their third birthday party in London. And then Friday had a little bit of a hangover, and then we went sweetie making, went to a candy making class in London. But that's all coming up in the vlogs on Monday and Wednesday, so keep your eyes peeled for those. But it's been a really fun couple of days. I've just enjoyed spending time with some of my favourite people, having a really good time, a few drinks, lots of laughs, lots of drunken behaviour. The party was amazing, it was so good, and also it was great to actually meet some of you guys as well, because I know a lot of you guys were there. So if you said hello to me, hello again. It was really nice to meet you. I apologise for any drunken behaviour that may have occurred, but you know, free bar, it was a free bar. What can I say, we took advantage of the free bar, and some of us paid for it more than others. That's all I'll say. You can find out in the vlogs. But yes, but it was great. Actually, I was cleaning out my handbag and I've just seen a couple of pictures. Yes, this was like, yeah, that's me with 2 bottles of Prosecco. So yeah, sore heads in the morning. But anyway, moving on to today's video. As you'll know if you watched last week's video, today's going to be part 2 of the Ask Me Anything. So I have another 30 questions. So without further ado, I'm going to get my phone, put my tea down and start answering the questions. Okay, so I have my phone. Let me just get the questions where I need to be. The last question came from Kim in the last video, so it would be the next one after that. Okay, so following on, the next question is from the PB family, and they ask, what's your ultimate goal for your life? Happiness and health, I think. I don't think you can really ask for anything else really, other than to be happy and to be healthy. I think they kind of come hand in hand, don't they? And not to have any worries and things. I think that's what I would say my ultimate goal for life is in general. The next question comes from the Victoria J. Hello! We met at the party on Thursday. It was so lovely to finally meet and have a conversation and stuff. I apologise for, you know, drunk conversations and stuff, but it was really nice to meet her. So her question is, if you could only eat one food but not pasta for the rest of your life, what would you choose? The rest of my life, not pasta. You can't say that to an Italian person. You can't eat pasta for the rest of your life. It just won't work. If I can't eat pasta, then I'm gonna choose steak and breadcrumbs. It's gotta be, isn't it? Steak and breadcrumbs. That would be my food I could eat every day for the rest of my life. The next 4 questions come from Lois_Angharad. I think I've said that right, I hope I have. So her first one is, what made you start your YouTube channel? When did you get the light bulb moment that you would like to start a channel? I didn't really get a light bulb moment. I kind of just fell into it, I suppose. I started my blog like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago now. And it was, what I vividly remember, it was one night over Christmas. Chris was working nights as he usually does over Christmas, and I was bored. I was at home, I was bored, and I stumbled across some blogs and I was like, oh, this is interesting, what's all this? And then I got more and more engrossed in it. Then I found plus size fashion blogs, and then I just thought, oh, I know what, I'm going to start a blog. And originally I started doing a little bit of makeup and stuff because I didn't really have the confidence to do clothing and stuff, but then my confidence grew a little bit and started doing more fashion stuff. Then I discovered YouTube and YouTube videos and vlogs, and yeah, I kind of binge watched YouTube for ages, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. Picked up the camera, and then I guess the rest they say is history. I just discovered a hobby that I really enjoyed. So yeah, it was kind of, wasn't like a light bulb, I'm going to do this. It was just kind of like slowly trickled into it, I suppose. Her next question is, advice for people lacking confidence. Again, I think I kind of touched on this in the last video. It's so broad. It depends on what kind of confidence you're after, if that makes sense. It sounds so vague, and I could, like I say, I could chat about this in depth in different kind of topics. If you would like me to do different kind of chats on confidence, please let me know. Leave me some comments below what you would like me to talk about, but I kind of feel like I answered it in the last video. If you haven't seen the last video, I'll link it below. Her next question is, if you weren't a vlogger or a blogger, what would you be doing? I don't know. I asked myself the same question, like, what would I be doing? What was I doing like 4 or 5 years ago when I wasn't doing this? Like, I literally, I don't know. This is like the only hobby that I've kind of stuck to and I really enjoy. I guess I would find other hobbies and stuff, but I really enjoy doing this. So I don't know is the answer. And her last question is, any skincare or beauty tips? I'm not really a beauty person. You're asking the wrong person really, but I've only just like been getting into skincare because, you know, I'm getting older now, and I really enjoy the Garnier Pure Active range. I love Soap and Glory stuff, and I suppose drinking lots of water. I like to keep my skin relatively, I've never really struggled a lot with spots and stuff, but I do find the more water I drink, the better my skin is. The next question comes from Georgina Denise 20. What's your next hair colour? It was rose gold, but it's gone now. It's completely gone, completely faded. I'm just going to get my roots done and then just continue with this colour. Maybe I'll venture into more of an auburn, but I'm just gonna leave it at the moment. No plans. The rose gold was very like random. In fact, it was more of a ginger than rose gold, to be totally honest, but I liked it all the same. But no, I'm just gonna get my roots done and continue as I am. The next question is from Donna Goll. What's your best pasta sauce recipe? Well, that would be telling, wouldn't it? It's a secret recipe passed down from my nan, so I couldn't possibly spill the beans. The next question is from Lizzie Is Me. If you could choose someone to read your story, who would it be? I'd pick Morgan Freeman, as I really love his voice. Oh, Morgan Freeman, good shout. Oh, who would I pick? Who would I pick? Someone with a really soothing voice. What's the name of the guy that does is it the narration on The Lion King, or is he Simba's dad? He's in The Lion King and he does a load of voiceover stuff. Oh, what's his name? Earl something. He was in Coming to America. Was it Coming to America with Eddie Murphy? Oh, is it James Earl Jones? Earl James Jones. I'm going to say James Earl Jones, I think, if that's right. The guy that's in Coming to America and does The Lion King, I really like his voice. It's very soothing. I would have him. The next question is from Vicky_Lou9. How do you keep things fresh in a long-term relationship, especially if you don't live alone? I've been with my partner for 10 years now, and we're just about to move in with my mother, similar to you and Chris. How do you keep things fresh? Well, I mean, we all get on for a start, and it works really well for us all living together. I mean, it keeps mum company, and it, you know, when Chris goes to bed early and all that kind of stuff, we've got each other we can talk to. There's always somebody around, and that's great. But I understand sometimes you need a bit of space, and I suppose, I mean, we can always come up here if we want to watch the telly and all that kind of stuff because the room's big enough, and it's about boundaries and having your own personal space and knowing when you can just like slope off, and like, you know, everybody gets pissed off at one point. But we're really lucky that we're together most of the time, and it's great. Keeping things fresh, I presume that's what you're talking about. Lots of weekend breaks, that's all I'll say. Okay, the next question comes from Raxie Rubear. Hello Rachel. Her question is, how's the pen pal hobby going? Okay, I haven't written a letter for a little while. I am due to write some letters very soon. Thank you for reminding me. I'm kind of an all or not. I'll do loads of stuff and then I'll forget about it for a good month, and then I'll be like, oh, I've got to write a letter. So I'm at that phase at the moment. So apologies to people that I owe letters to, but I will get round to it at some point. The next question comes from Janice Ann Battersby. Hi Emma, do you love your new house? Are you emotionally attached to it yet? Is there anything you miss about the old house? Emotionally attached. Well, I don't think we've been here long enough for us to get emotionally attached to this house. I love the layout, I love the rooms, it's nice and big and spacious, and it works really well, but I wouldn't say I have an emotional attachment to this house yet. The last house, it was time to move on. We did have an emotional attachment to it, I suppose, because we've been there such a long time, and I miss the church bells at the old house. I really do. That's the one thing that I miss. But I wouldn't say that I'm emotionally attached to this house yet. Maybe ask me in another 5 years, but I think a house is about creating memories and stuff. And yes, we have created memories, but we haven't been here long enough to create a lot of memories yet. So yeah, ask me in another 5 years if I am emotionally attached to this house, but not, I wouldn't say at the moment. The next question is from dimple.dotty_slimmingworld, or no, SW, sorry, I know that stands for Slim World. Who would be your 4 ideal dinner party guests? And if your life were to be made into a sitcom, which actors, actresses would play you all? 4 ideal dinner guests. I am going to say, who am I going to say? James Corden, because he would make me laugh and I quite fancy him. Melissa McCarthy, because I think she's fantastic and she would make me laugh. I would have, what other people can I have? I will have Ed Sheeran, because he could sing to us. And then I would have probably Jamie Oliver, because he would cook for us. So there we go, that's the 4 guests I would have. And actors to play you all. I'm gonna say Melissa McCarthy for me because I love her, and James Corden for Chris. That's very predictable, but that's who I'm gonna choose. The next question comes from Leah XL. Hello Leah. Have you been listening to anything new music wise? Since starting my new job, I like listening to new artists and need some inspiration. I'm loving Ed Sheeran's album at the moment, that's new. I've just downloaded Beauty and the Beast soundtrack because I'm obsessed with the film, La La Land soundtrack. I like listening to movie soundtracks at the moment, I'm finding. What else? I've just downloaded a Disney album with all the Disney songs, because you can just have a sing-along while you're cleaning and stuff. But I really like my country music, so if you're into country music, Leah, then I would highly recommend, like, artists, old school artists. I really love like Garth Brooks. Jewel, if you've never listened to anything of Jewel, I love Jewel. Jem Bostic, who is touring in the UK in May. I think we're going to go and see her. I love her. I've seen her a couple of years ago and she was amazing, amazing voice. But yeah, I can't think of any other recommendations at the moment, but I'm really into soundtracks at the moment, so download some soundtracks. The next question is from Star Wars Geek.77. Hi Simon. His question is, that's Zoe's other half, by the way. What's your favourite Star Wars character? I have never seen a Star Wars film. I know, shock horror. So I can't really say who my favourite character will be. No, I don't know. I only know like Darth Vader, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo. I know all of those, but I don't really know their characters, so I can't say. I haven't got one. I haven't got one. The next question is from naked_leopard. I'd love to start a YouTube channel, but I cannot motivate. I cannot self-motivate. How do you motivate yourself when you need to film? I can be a bit lazy sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I've got to film, I've got to film. I think I set certain times. So like these tea with these, I always film on a Friday, but I'm filming on a Saturday today because I was away Friday. So make little slots, like allow yourself certain times to film. But the beauty of vlogging, see, is you can vlog anytime. You don't have to set a time to film or set a tripod up because it's on the go. So maybe if you want to start YouTube, start vlogging, and then you're not in a set, like you don't have to start a camera or any, like set up everything, you're just on the go. The next question is from Amzilala. How did you get into YouTube? I answered the question before. And how did you meet Kyla? This gets asked quite a lot actually. If you're new to the channel, you probably wouldn't know. Me and Kyla met probably, was it like 4 years ago, 5 years ago? Can't remember now. And we just started chatting over Twitter, and then she wanted to do something on her channel, and I had some ideas, and then we started emailing, and then we were just emailing some more, and then as it happened, I was sort of near her area one weekend, and we went round to her house and we filmed some videos, and that's it. We just clicked and became friends, and that was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago now. Long time. The next question is, there's 2 questions from Erin _ Rockstar. If you were a Lush bath bomb, what would you smell like, and what would you do in the water? Like, be fizzy or glittery? And the next question, we'll answer that question first. If I was a Lush bath bomb, that's so tricky. That's so tricky because I love so many different smells of Lush bath bombs, because I really love Comforter, and that's like a fruity berry smell, but then I really love the cinnamony ones at Christmas. If I could merge them together, that would be amazing. That I would, but I'm getting an idea. Right, okay, so if I was a bath bomb, I would, you know, like a Kinder Egg. The only reason I'm referring to a Kinder Egg is because Chris has just had a Kinder Egg and it's just come to me now. Like, you know, you can put the shells, take the shells apart. If you could have a bath bomb that you could take apart but not be crumbly, so you literally just twisted it and then it came apart, I would have one side would be like zesty and like zingy, like a citrusy I suppose, and then the other one I'd have like warming and like cinnamon and, you know, those kind of scents. So you could mix them together, and then would I have like, so instead of it like fizzing or being glittery in the water, I would have, you know, like a Kinder Egg has a toy. Let's say you get a surprise in a bath bomb. So what would you have? Like a rubber ducky or something? Like a little toy duck. Yes. So you could have ones that split apart, different scents. You get a little toy like a rubber duck, and then you could collect them like Kinder Eggs. Oh my, how has nobody thought of this idea? So I'm going to paint in this idea now, because that question was, any plans to film a podcast anytime soon with Michaela? Not at the moment, no. It's kind of been put on hold. It's not because we don't want to, it's just that Kyla's internet signal at her house is really poor, and we're trying to find a way around it, but it's not working very well doing a podcast. I mean, at the moment, like, the sound was always off and stuff, but with the poor connection it was making it even worse when we're trying to film. So we've kind of just put it on the back burner for a little while, and hopefully we'll resume soon, but not at the moment, I'm sorry. The next question comes from G Jasmine. How old are you? How old do you think I am? No, don't answer that. I am 35 years young. That comes from Hev70. What are 3 things that help keep you happy on days where you don't feel 100%? Probably on days when I'm not feeling quite myself, and it happened quite recently actually. I find when I'm feeling like that, I need to have a total break from social media. I love social media, don't get me wrong, this is social media after all, but I feel sometimes you can get so absorbed in it when you don't really want to, you just get sucked in, don't you? And I find that when I'm not in the right headspace, I need a complete shutdown. So I found that if I leave my phone upstairs on charge, I'm not looking at it, the laptop's in the drawer, stays there, don't touch it, and I just have quality time. So if I was to say 3 things that to chill me out when I'm not quite feeling myself, probably no social media. So yeah, cut out social media for a little bit, or for as long as you can stand. Have a bath to completely unwind, and have some cuddle time. Yeah, I think that's what really helps me when I'm feeling not quite myself. This question comes from McKirsty25. Have you got any tips for looking smart? As a well-endowed woman, I'm pretty happy with my style until it comes to attire for business meetings. There's something about my curves that just feels untidy and difficult to sophisticate. Okay, so for me, when I want to look smart for work, I mean, we're pretty laid back where I am anyway. I instantly feel smarter the moment that I throw on a blouse. So I'm a big blouse lover. And even if you are bigger in the breast area, I find blouses still work just as well. So I'm going to go with a blouse to instantly feel sophisticated, a blouse. Or if you don't like blouses and you'd rather wear a top and a waistcoat, or like a floaty, like duster waistcoat or duster jackets, Yes, I'm going to go with those. Okay, so the next question comes from SanaG83. Hi, I love your YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I love your guest appearances from your mum and her walking adventures. We actually haven't had one of those for a little while. And the question is, can I ask, you said you lived in Coventry all your life. How come you don't live there anymore? We haven't lived in Coventry for about 18 years now. And we moved not long after my dad passed away, actually. Mum wanted to be with her family, and her family lived here, so that's why we moved, really. She wanted to be nearer to her family, and that's where we stayed. I did stay in Coventry for a little while with my family, and then I missed my mum and my brother too much, so I followed. So yeah, that's the only reason, really. The next question is from Z4K Fashion 12. Hi Em, would love to know what inspired you to start YouTube. I answered that a few questions ago. And did being a plus size not put you off fears you may have had? No, actually, no. I did often wonder if I would get like hate and stuff and trolls and things, and I've had my fair share of trolling in the past, don't get me wrong, but I'm very much like block them. Like if keyboard warriors don't bother me in the slightest, I'm literally like ignore them, block them, delete them. They're not worth anything in your life. So yeah, I wasn't really put off because I feel like I'm older now and in the same like mind space of just like bugger off. If you don't like me, you don't have to watch me, kind of thing. So yeah, I wasn't really put off being plus size and stuff. And if anything, I hope that being a plus size woman can inspire people, really, not for fashion ideas and things like that. And by looking at my fashion things, they more plus size. I get a lot of emails from women saying I wouldn't have worn that if I hadn't seen you wearing it, or another plus size blogger or vlogger wearing it. So I kind of think that it helps to be plus size sometimes, just to help women gain confidence in themselves and knowing what to wear and stuff. So yeah. The next question is from Miss Tom YLU. I love how you and Chris are always out and about at the weekends doing stuff. My partner and I struggle to get out of the house and entertain ourselves. Do you have any suggestions for little day trips and things to do at the weekends? Love your channel. Thank you very much. Yeah, me and Chris just get in the car all the time. I think for the most part it's because we live kind of in the middle of nowhere, so we have to go somewhere. We have to get in the car and drive half an hour somewhere to get somewhere. But like going for walks and stuff, that's quite nice. Chris doesn't really like going for walks. I'd kind of drag him. We love going to the beach, just going to the seaside. We love nothing more than getting in the car, driving an hour, going to the seaside, getting a bag of chips and a can of Coke, and just watching the world go by, really. But then obviously we got the passes and stuff, so like things like Longleat and things. Look at things to do in your area, things that'll interest you, and just get out and about at weekends. It doesn't have to cost the earth. Even if you just go for a picnic, it's, you know, or go for a walk, it's free. So yeah, I mean, it's something that we really love to do. So explore your local area, I'd say, for a start, and then go around and venture a bit further afield. The next question is from Pink Dells. If you could have any career, what would it be? Ooh, well, I said in the last video I'd love to do something around animals and stuff, but I kind of feel like I get too attached to them. What else would I like to do? Maybe something fashiony, I don't know. I'd love to do like fashion presenting or something. I'd hate to do live presenting and stuff. I think that would scare the absolute crap out of me. But something like a daytime program doing fashion, a bit like, you know, like Gawk, where you go and style somebody. I'd love to do something like that. So yeah, that's what I would do. The next question is from Maria V Rock. What is your day job? I just work in an office, in a sales office. The next question from Laura Buchanan. What is your worst beauty disaster, beauty product you've ever had used, and what's your favourite film of all time? Beauty disaster. Oh, well, probably about, I don't know, 20 years ago, I kind of plucked all of my eyebrows. I literally had no eyebrows. I look back at pictures now and I'm like, what the frick did you do? Why did you even go out like this? But it's not like I even penciled them back in. I just went out with very sparse eyebrows. Big beauty disaster. And yeah, I feel beauty products, I haven't really had a product that I've really hated, actually, that I can think of. Apart from, at the moment, like I've said before, Benefit's They're Real mascara. I hate it. So many people love it, which is great, but for me, I find it too like clumpy on the eye, so I don't like that as a beauty product. Last few questions now, and the next one is from J_Ariel94. I've only been watching you for about a year now, so I apologise if this has been answered before. That's okay. I have a Scottish Terrier and I'm obsessed with all dogs. How old is Harvey? Where did his name come from? And I would love to hear the story of how and why you got him. Would you get another dog in the future? A sibling for Harvey. Love your channel. Thank you. Wow, that's a lot of questions. Actually, I think I might do a video all about it. What do you think? Do you think I should do that? And then I could answer them all in one video and go into depth and where we got him and all that kind of stuff. But we got him, he's 13 now, so he's getting on a bit. We did think about getting him a sibling. His name, I don't know where we got his name from actually. His name actually when we got him was Lenny, after Lenny Henry, because he was born on Comic Relief Night. But he didn't suit Lenny, but he suited Harvey. I don't know. But yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. Next week I'll do a separate video on how we got where we got Harvey, and the whole story. So there we go. I will do that next week. And the next question is, actually, the next question, I don't think I'm going to tell you what the next question is, because it's somebody talking about sexy dressing and stockings, so I don't think that's meant for this. Thank you anyway though. And the last question is from Stacey Gildia. I have a question. Do you and Chris live with your mum, or does your mum live with you? We all live together. Nobody lives with nobody. We just all decided to get a house together. So yeah, we all live together. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the questions. That's another 30 questions answered. Thank you to everybody that sent in a question. I hope you enjoyed part 2. I hope you enjoyed part 1 as well. Again, I'll link that below if you didn't see it last week. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for the first vlog of the week. So it'll be the Millard Weekly. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.